G'day everyone, Acker's back with yous, and this one's basically solely about where I've gone with my casting and melting of certain metals, i.e. silver and pewter. Alright, so the other day after work, she's still a little bit warm, I went and got one of these casts, molds, graphite. Yes, it's not fucking Bathurst yet, mate. They're all out having wet weather fun. Don't really blame them. Anyway, interrupted by the Aussie muscle car. This one is still a little bit warm, but I can handle this one. So this one's been my skull one, and just prior to doing this video, I smashed this one out in pewter. Weighs 32 grams. It says 33. I take the one off for that. Not too shabby. She sits in there like that. So the object is, when you pour it, you get it to this, looks like mercury, okay, like quicksilver. Get it to that point, pour it in, and immediately put this thing in when it's at that state. If you miss, just hit this with a blowtorch until you get that shiny silver surfer sort of look. Boom, whack that down, push that in, hold it in just with a pair of pliers or the tongs that you're using. It's not good for people like me who generally shake a fair bit, but as you can see, I also been playing around with it. So when it's in here and you sort of fuck it up, and then let's say it comes a bit low, you can get the torch, heat that right up, and when it goes back to liquid again, it will all pulls all the way in from the sides, will turn into a ball again. Some cases, if you got this in and you've stuffed it up, this will pop back out. That's easy, that comes out, no worries. You just warm it up, get in the position you want, get that quicksilver look, pop that down, just hold it for a bit. I worked out to let it cool on its own, rather than trying to blow on it and anything, because what happens is you start getting this funny crazing. And now if I'm going to try and do these, so then you want to wear them, you want them nice and smooth, so they're not irritating you. This here is sort of like you're meant to just put a little leather loop, you know, the, what is that, hitch, that clove hitch sort of hitch, straight onto that. So that was what I smashed out just before this video. This one here is in pewter, alright, and I sort of succeeded but didn't, because as you can see, this succeeded. Which way was it? Obviously it's not that way. Where are we? Or was it? She goes back in here. Here we go. Alright, she sits in there like that, and it ended up as a blob. Now, I have now learnt, but I was worried about heating this up, because you heat this up, it'll explode, right? So I was worried about exploding, so I thought I'll live and let live, right? Because normally when with these, you pour it in, it doesn't matter if it spills over, you just warm up a paint scraper and scrape it across the top, and it brings it all up nice again. And there, from there you can use your blowtorch to manipulate how you want it. I haven't worked out how to put ripples or any of that fancy in. Maybe because I got it such to a liquid state, that maybe I have to try and pour it at a point when it's cooler to get that sort of thing to happen. And I actually think that's what happened. Where are you? Where's that gold one? One of these that got all these colors. You see, I think it was different. See, it's more of a goldy color with the purple in it. So I think it was different cooling temperatures, but you can't tell what the fuck's going on in there because you're only looking at here. So this one here came out blue, but that's because this piece came from the handle. It's got a bit of lead in it, I'd say, but it's an electric blue. It looks awesome. So I've been mucking around, I've been smashing them, getting a bit better, just pumping them out. Pewter's easy to work with. You can manipulate it. So this one here, I've got it goldy with purple in it. So I don't know what's going on because you can't see down here. So maybe because I heated it up and cooled it down and heated it up and cooled it down, I don't know. I don't have enough pewter to try and keep doing that. This one here is just a pewter one, but I painted it gold and gave it a clear coat. Coming up pretty nice. So that's about it, guys. So this air dry clay mold idea does work, but I still remain skeptical. I think you need a big chunk and you just do the one big mold. I might try that and then let it dry. But let me know if you think I should melt the dolphins down and have another crack, or just leave it like that. Looks like some ancient coin. Okay. Leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Melt it down. Do it again. Alright, so that's about it for that. Oh, this is what all these little bars are. Okay. It's like playing a little game. Okay. Just stick them all back in there. And it's actually a pretty cool little mold for those who want to melt down some gold as well, want to muck around, because you get these cool little bars as well. You get these little buttons, which actually goes that way. See how you can melt it and you can get it like, it looks nearly like a rivet. You can keep trying to pull it, but with this being so shallow, you actually drag it out with it, and you have to drop more in and heat it up and muck around. At least with pewter you're able to manipulate it, so I found. And of course you got that one. So with this one here the other day, I thought I'd have a crack at dropping a 2-cent coin in there. Let's see how it would go. Right, an old Aussie 2-cent coin I whacked in there, and I tried to pour this over top, and I tell you, the dramas, it did not want to play. So this will be easy fixes. Pewter will melt off this coin. I've tried melting one of these, mate. Not with the torch that I've got. It's a job for an oxy to melt that copper for this pewter. But that was me just mucking around trying to see what I could do with it. I might try a 1-cent piece in there. It'll fit better. But there you go. Pewter. Good to muck around with. I'm not sure what to do with any of these yet. These are the pewter ones. These are the silver ones. Some may have seen the shorts. These were once Perth Mint Skippies. And took this one and this one, the Swan Bullion. And good old Mike put them on the gun. He said melt this one. This one's good. He said both are 4.9s. So I said, well, they are skippies. So I didn't add anything or anything like that. So one's 42 grams and one's 40. So I'm not sure what to do with those as yet. And we've got this funky leftover bit of what was left in the crucible after we were outside in the pissing down rain burning silver, making those. So this was what was left. Looks like some asteroid. Boom. But ugly on this side. But this is 5 grams. Alright, so that's about it, guys. Big stack of copper over here for when I'm going to be able to actually melt that shit. I tried. It just turns into another big black ugly coppery looking asteroid thing, and it's not very impressive. Alright people, thanks a lot for that. And if you are doing any mucking around casting and that, I already know that there's some in the community like Chuli Tuli and that. She's got her shit together. She knows what she's doing. But if you're someone like me that just wants to get in the back shed, fuck around, have a go at it, it's not that hard. Just do all this stuff on a brick. What I'll do is I'll get up and I'll actually quickly show you my little workshop and how I've got it operating. Okay guys, we're in the back shed, you know, where a fucking lawnmower and shit lives. Alright, so I've just got a couple of fire bricks sitting on a workbench. Don't worry, I've got my shit together. I'm not going to set the joint on fire. Alright, got the crucible here. Just yet, blast it with this sucker right here. As you can see, I've got this big mega one. Alright, melts rather quick. Warm up all of my stuff. I've got big copper bars here. That's a backing plate. So once I've heated it all up, we get our tongs like this. We just pick her up. We should come over. We do a pour it in. Whack that back up there. I quickly warm this up a little bit. And if that's sitting too proud, if anything's there, I don't know if this is going to come out. Okay. This is all still hot. Right, and if anything's sitting proud, I can just go this way because that's what the copper block's for, and just drag it off. It hits the copper, it solidifies, and it's all neat and tidy, and I can scrape it up and do it all over again. So that's it, simple. Heat the shit up, get it molten. Oh, by the way, when I'm doing it, I have this stainless steel rod, and I just go like this, and it blasts any extra slag and that, and I try to wipe it off, and the flame blows it out anyway. I do rotate it a few times, and whilst doing that, and then once I see it clean like a ball of mercury, that's when I pour. Then quickly heat this up, do the scrape, right, and it will clean anything else off. It'll come up nice and shiny. If there's still too much sitting there, or hasn't got enough, you can just manipulate it by dragging one of these across. But warm it up, make sure this is hot, hotter than what possibly that can be. That way it won't stick, period. Okay, so, and that's about it. And that's where I do it, all there, just like that. No biggie. The stainless steel here is if I got a heat and I want to just try and make a couple of molds. It's already punched out from stainless steel. It's not going to stick to it, I'll tell you that. It doesn't stick to that. I'll heat that sucker right up too, and doesn't want to stick to it. So pewter's good fun. These are cut up pieces. Chains and that, I was trying to see if I could, you know, get them into the mold, as in to make a necklace sort of thing. Same with some of this old jewelry and shit. But yeah, mate, just in the back shed, mate. Too easy. Don't need a full-blown operation. So there you go, guys. That's where I'm at with melting metals. Cheers.